Right now, as you're watching this, your cells are making a choice: repair and live longer, or decay and age faster. And here's the kicker: most people are unknowingly forcing their cells to choose decay every single day. What I'm about to show you will fundamentally change how you think about eating, aging, and the hidden biological switch that controls both. Imagine a city that never sleeps. Not in the romantic New York way. I mean literally never. No garbage collection, no road repairs, just constant construction, constant traffic, constant consumption. At first, it looks productive. Buildings going up, people moving, economy booming. But 6 months in, the sewers are backing up, roads are crumbling, buildings are half finished because the construction crews are too exhausted to function. The city is collapsing on its own weight. This is your body on 3 meals a day plus snacks. A 2024 study published in Cell Metabolism revealed something shocking. 87% of adults in Western countries never give their cells more than 10 hours without food. That means 87% of us are running our biological cities into the ground. Breakfast at 7, snack at 10, lunch at 1, another snack at 4, dinner at 7, dessert at 9, late night snack at 11. Your cells are screaming for a break, but you keep shoveling fuel into the furnace. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you eat, you trigger a hormone called insulin. Insulin is like a foreman shouting at your cells: build, grow, store, expand. And your cells obey. They're building proteins, storing fat, dividing, growing. But here's the problem: they're never cleaning up the mess. A landmark study from MIT tracked 2,000 people for 10 years and found that those who ate more than 3 times per day had 67% higher markers of cellular stress than those who limited eating to specific windows. Even worse, the damage compounds exponentially, meaning year 5 of constant eating does more harm than years 1 through 4 combined. A groundbreaking study from Nature Aging in 2023 used electron microscopy to peer inside the cells of people who eat constantly versus those who fast. And what they found was horrifying. In the constant eaters, cells were drowning in what scientists call cellular garbage. Misfolded proteins, think of them as broken tools that can't do their job. Damaged mitochondria, your cellular power plants, sputtering like dying engines. Oxidative stress markers, basically rust forming on your DNA. Your DNA is getting corroded. Your telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that determine how long you live, are eroding like a coastline battered by storms. And the worst part? This isn't happening when you're 70. It's happening right now. The average 35-year-old eating the standard American diet has cells that look biologically 45. You're aging a decade faster than you should be, and you don't even know it. And then there are senescent cells, what researchers call zombie cells. They're not dead, but they're not functioning either. They just sit there, releasing inflammatory chemicals that poison neighboring cells. It's like having a rotting corpse in your living room that you can't remove. This triggers chronic inflammation, the silent assassin behind Alzheimer's, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. A 2025 Harvard study found that people with high levels of these zombie cells had a 340% increased risk of age-related diseases. Here's the brutal math. For every year you continue eating without fasting windows, you're losing approximately 90 days of healthy lifespan. But when researchers examined long-term fasters, people who'd practiced intermittent fasting for 5+ years, they found cellular age markers that were 15 to 20 years younger than their chronological age. Let's continue with the repair switch. But here's where it gets interesting. You have a repair switch. It's built into your DNA. It's been there for 2,000 years of human evolution. The problem? You've never flipped it. This switch is called autophagy, literally self-eating. It won the Nobel Prize in 2016, and it's the most powerful anti-aging mechanism your body possesses. But it only activates under one condition: when you stop eating long enough. After about 12 to 16 hours without food, something magical happens. Insulin drops. Growth signals shut off, and your cells receive a completely different message: clean, repair, optimize. Suddenly, your cells become molecular janitors. They start identifying damaged proteins and broken organelles. They tag them for destruction. They break them down into amino acids and recycle them into new, functional components. A study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation tracked this process in real time using fluorescent markers. Within 18 hours of fasting, they watched cells devour up to 30% of their damaged mitochondria and replace them with brand new ones. It's like swapping out a dying car engine for a Tesla motor. And those zombie cells? Fasting activates your immune system to hunt them down and eliminate them. A 2024 study showed that just 3 days of intermittent fasting reduced senescent cell burden by 40%. Big Pharma has spent over $4.7 billion trying to create drugs that activate autophagy artificially, and every single one has failed in clinical trials. The most powerful anti-aging intervention on Earth costs $0, requires 0 prescriptions, and is available to you right now. You just have to stop eating for 16 hours. Now here's where most people quit. Around hour 14, you feel like garbage, headache, irritability, brain fog. You think, this can't be healthy. But what's actually happening is your body is switching fuel sources. You've been running on glucose your entire life. It's like premium gasoline. Easy to access, burns fast, but you only store about 2,000 calories of it. When that runs out, your body panics until it remembers the deep freezer. The average person carries 100,000 to 150,000 calories of stored fat. That's enough energy to run a marathon every day for 2 months. But you've never accessed it because you keep topping off the glucose tank. When you fast, your liver starts converting fat into ketones, a superfuel that your brain actually prefers. A study from Stanford found that ketones increase brain efficiency by 28% and protect neurons from oxidative damage. This is why people report insane mental clarity after day 3 of fasting. Your brain isn't starving, it's thriving. But autophagy is just the beginning. Fasting triggers a cascade of longevity mechanisms that scientists are only now beginning to understand. First, human growth hormone skyrockets up to 1,300% in men and 2,000% in women, according to a study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology. This protects your muscle mass and accelerates fat burning. Contrary to popular belief, you don't lose muscle during fasting. Evolution isn't stupid. Why would your body cannibalize the very tissue you need to hunt for food? Instead, it preserves muscle and burns fat. Second, fasting activates SIRT1 and AMPK, proteins that regulate cellular energy and DNA repair. These are the same pathways activated by caloric restriction, which has been shown to extend lifespan by 30 to 40% in every species tested. Third, a 2025 study from UCLA found that people who practiced intermittent fasting for 6 months showed measurable telomere lengthening. Their biological clocks were literally running backwards. And finally, systemic inflammation plummets. Your gut gets a break. Your immune system recalibrates, your organs regenerate. So here's the truth. Aging isn't inevitable. It's a choice. Every time you eat, you're choosing growth over repair. Every time you fast, you're choosing longevity over decay. The science is clear. The mechanisms are proven. The only question is, are you ready to flip the switch?